Hey everyone. Yesterday's video was quite interesting. It brought a few questions, especially with regard to an analogy I made where one regards their energy like their money as your currency and the deposits of this energy that we make and where we put them in our lives. Now, this is really, really important because when you start regarding your energy like you would your money, for instance, you start being a lot more circumspect with where you spend this energy, who you give it to, where you invest it. And because we want returns from our energy. So we want to make good investments and good withdrawals. So here's a very practical example of how one can put this into your everyday life on the most mundane levels. You're driving to work. Let's call it Monday morning. You're busy, you got meetings set up, the kids delayed you, whatever the case is, and you're busy in your mind right now, playing out what the day is going to be like, all of that day. All of a sudden, somebody cuts you off. You hit the brakes, almost causes an accident. You go from this planning stage in your mind where you're thinking about the day, and the adrenaline kicks in and it shoots you all the way up. Your emotional state has changed instantly. That up to this point is all reactionary. Now here's the part. This is what comes next. That's the important part. That bloke that cut you off, he's gone. You are left there, perhaps stuck at the traffic light until the change, whatever, and then the movie starts. In your head, you start playing over this scenario that actually didn't happen. You didn't meet with an accident. Everybody is safe. It was a near miss. But we're angry because how could this idiot have done that? Had he no clue, we could have been hurt, all the rest of it. So you got another 15-20 minutes to work. So as you drive, you start playing this thing over and over and over in your head. Now, by the time you get to work, compare that state to when you were sitting in the car, for instance, planning your day. It'll be vastly different. Then you walk into the office or wherever, and everybody can see that you're in a huff. So naturally, what happened? And you replay the story the whole morning. Everybody that comes to have a cup of coffee, because that was your day so far. It was an important motion in your life. So what you're actually doing is you're keeping yourself in a shitty vibrational state. The deposits you are making into the bank, firstly, are going into a low or non-existent interest-bearing account where you're going to gain no value from it. You've also invested a whole lot of time fixating on something that actually didn't happen. Coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't make a difference. It didn't happen. So this thing happened at 7:30, 10:30 you're having tea with a mate and you're still talking about it. Because a bloke cut you off in the traffic, you've invested 3 hours in your life and chosen a lower vibrational frequency. The choice was there to say at the time, wow, thanks, that was a near miss. Thank you, universe, for protecting me. Whew, I hope nothing's wrong with that bloke. I hope he's not rushing his kid to the hospital or something like that. And you go on. So from choice 1 to swearing the guy, cursing his ancestry, the things I used to do, you've now empowered yourself to take control over that situation and decide how you want to respond. You are no longer reacting. You are now digesting and responding in a manner that you choose, in a way that is going to benefit you in your energy levels and in your state. Now the ripple effect of it is, all the people you spoke to about this here, you did nothing to increase their vibration. For one, so you made no deposits into that bank account. Secondly, instead, when you do this and when you pause and when you come back and put your emotional state first, you are no longer going to be depositing into a low interest bearing account. you're going to be sticking it into an investment account because you're now building up capital in your higher frequency. That's more capital to spend. There's more capital to spend in the areas that you want to spend it. This is consciousness. It doesn't have to be sitting on top of a mountain in an epiphany. In fact, it's not that. It is taking control over the moments. If we are to exist in a state of being, we live in moments. If you have good moments, enough of them, and you string them together, all of a sudden you've got a good day. All of a sudden you've got a good week, a month, a year, and a lifetime. Consider that your life, with all the planning and everything involved, just comes down to moments. It's always moments. And moments we can chew. We can digest a moment. We can control a moment. We can at that minute decide, this is how I am going to respond to this situation. So chew on that for a bit. Decide where you're going to deposit your energy. Let me know how it works. Peace. Have a good day.